one to avenge them. Me! Me! I'm going to defeat you!
Greetings, fellow Tenno. My name is Zarkator, and today we are taking a look at Khora. She is, in fact, legendary. So, my past opinion on Khora has been that she is not great. Her 3 is kinda useless, and it still is, honestly. Her 2 was mediocre crowd control. Her 4 had a looting augment, which was good for, like, endo farming, but that's about it. And her 1 was kinda useless unless you had the augment for that, which made it do pretty okay damage after way too much buildup. Recently, with the Deadlock Protocol, DE has released this fucking thing called the Zorus. Now, if we go into the upgrade menu here with the Zorus, we'll see there. First of all, I have 3 builds. This is a build if you just actually want to use the Zorus. This is a build for Baruch, which I'll probably do a video on some other time. And this is the build for Khora. As we can see over in the stats here, the stats aren't so bad. 64% crit chance, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for the combo duration. As you can see, it's fucking infinite. So what this means is, if we spawn some enemies here, level 150, 20 heavy gunners, we're going to pause them for now. We're going to take our Zorus. We're going to put Khora on healing mode, because here's the thing, it absolutely doesn't matter what mode she's in. I just like how healing looks the most. And we're just going to go to town on some dudes. Now, it is worth noting, you don't have to do this with the Zorus. You can actually use her 1 to build up the combo. As you can see, I have 26 combo points. If I use my 1, that goes up, so I'm at 41 now. So it actually goes up pretty quick with her 1. I just want to build this up without using her 1, so you get the full cathartic effect of what her 1 can do at a 12 times multiplier. Alright, we are now at a 12 times multiplier. As you can see, there's no bar under the little combo count chance down here. There's no bar here ticking down. It is effectively infinite. Now, I don't know if this is quite intentional or not, but the combo multiplier on the Zorus affects most exalted melee weapons, and that includes Khora's 1. So this 1 has pretty good range. These enemies are already weakened significantly by me just going to town on them with the Zorus for like 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill them and refresh them. Now here's what we're going to do, folks. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show off what Khora's 2 does, primarily. And what Khora's 2 does is it'll group together enemies like Nidus's 2. Just like that. And we're just going to press 1 2 times. 1, 2. As you can see, some of them died. The other ones are at less than half health. That's 4 whips, 5 whips. That's a total of 25 energy. Oh, and we got 1 straggler. Look at that health. Now that was actually quite the bad run for this. Why don't we try it again, just, you know, for the sake of testing. 1, 2. That's a little bit better. So as you can see, there's a little bit of variance with exactly how consistent it is. Uh-oh. I've got a sound bug with the Zorus. There we go. Never seen that before, but so yeah. That's a lot of fucking damage. I'll have you know that that is in fact more damage per area per second than fucking Mesa Prime. And it's pretty fucked up, honestly. So let me show you the build. Here's our Khora build. Now this is, if any of you watch Brozime on YouTube, this is a slight variation on his build. This is only a 1 forma build. You could put in another forma to, you know, max out Streamline or Prime Continuity or Umbral Vitality and all that stuff. But I choose to keep it as such because 1, I don't want to form a Khora, and 2, keeping fleeting and overextended both on rank 4 Kind of gives me just a little bit of extra duration and a little bit extra strength, just to make sure I'm over 100%, you know? And I find that it's slightly more consistent that way than, you know, gaining whatever it is, like 10% more efficiency, when my whip only costs like 5 energy. Yeah, 6 energy per whip. Like, I think I'll be okay, honestly. So yeah, we're going to unpause the AI now. And keep in mind, I have not built up the Zorus right now. The Zorus is at 0% combo, and we're just going to see how we do. So as you can see, Khora gets stuck on the corner a lot. She also doesn't really give a fuck. Now that is her 1 and effectively her 2. I don't know if you guys know, but Warframes have 4 abilities. This is her 4, Strangle Dome. This is without the augment that gives me double loot. But her 1, whenever it hits her 4, hits all of her 4, so it extends its range. So that is significantly stronger that way. And with this build, I get about 13 seconds of Strangle Dome duration. And, you know, why don't we just cut the shit and move on to this in practice in a real mission versus not even level 160 heavy gunners. This build is absolutely viable for the Steel Path, which is coming out very soon, where the enemies are 100 plus star chart level with sortie multipliers. This build is basically the same as it is here in the simulacrum. So why don't we just show this off in a quick Kuva survival, you know, with much lower level enemies. It's gonna be funny, I promise. So keep in mind, Kuva survival on Tavoni in the Kuva Fortress is not quite the highest level mission that you could take Khora to, especially for this build. The reason I'm doing it is because it seems to just have the highest enemy spawn rates out of any mission on the star chart, just in particular. So I could go to like Mott in the Void and stay for like 2 hours and get like level 180 enemies. But there's not going to be that many compared to here in Tavoni. The main thing I want to show off here is just how much effective range the whip really has compared to how much damage it does. And really, in my humble opinion, I am absolutely of the mind that this is way better than Mesa. Granted, Khora is significantly less tanky than Mesa. She does not have 90% DR. She does have her little healing mode, which heals like 5 health a second or whatever it is. And with this Umbral build, she has 1,000 health, so it's not bad. She's not squishy by any means, especially with the shield gaining changes, but, you know, she could die. She could die if you, I don't know, just weren't playing the game for a while and just didn't kill all of the hundreds of enemies. I guess you could fail. It is possible. But the point is, Khora is very, very good now because of the Zorus, and I really hope that they don't do anything with the interaction of the Zorus and her Whipclaw, because this does work with other Warframes too. Baruch is the other prime example of the Zorus's synergy, and I may do a video on him as well. But anyways, this is kind of just been the setup, the arsenal that I've been using for the last like week, and it's honestly pretty fucked up. You really just stand here and spend 6 energy a second, use Xeneric or Arcane Energize, or both like me, and just make out that 6 energy, like before you can even cast the next one, it's already back. So it's pretty much just free Whip Claws. You can just do shit like this. It goes through walls and everything. It's just impossible to fail, really. You just keep pressing 1. And if you don't want to press 1 so much, you can bind your 1 to like some other key. I have my last used ability on my mouse thumb button, so I can just spam it like this. And yeah, it really is just as effective, if not more effective than Mesa. And especially in the Steel Path, when the enemies are going to be maybe even a little bit too high level for Mesa, this is going to do absolutely fine. I think my Zorus is only at 5 times. It's already one-shotting everything here. Look at these numbers. Like, these numbers are, like, condensed already, because I don't know if people know how the damage numbers in the game work, but if they get too high, like this, for example, they are condensed. So if you see, like, a 2 million or something like that, or a 500,000, it could easily be that times, like, 3 or 4, because of how they kind of just combine numbers together to reduce screen clutter, and that was changed kind of recently, like maybe last year. So the numbers you're seeing are not representative of what I'm actually doing for the enemies. It's actually much worse. It's much worse for these poor saps that happen to spawn while I'm playing with Khora. I can't get through this hole in the ceiling. It's fine. I'll just clear out this whole fucking room. There we go. Alright, where's the, there it is. I don't have to be using her 4. I'm definitely not using her 3 at all. But yeah, this works in, like, any mission, like, you name it. Mobile defense, survival, regular defense, exterminate. It's effective for every mission in the game, just absolutely. Like, the only thing you can't really take Khora to is, like, Eidolons. And it's like, are you really still doing Eidolons anymore? Honestly, I mean, I guess I can't stop you. If you wanna, if somebody can, like, solo Tridolon in, like, under 10 minutes with Khora, then honestly, props to you. I commend it. I invite somebody to try. Why don't you leave a link down in the comments, bro? Save some pussy for the rest of us, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've got my pussy right here. Her name's Vernari. Okay. Sick joke. Oh, Zakuba Guardian. Oh, it finished. Okay, we're good. It's worth noting I have Magus Elevate and Lockdown on my operator to pretty much alleviate any health and CC problems that I might have. But you absolutely don't need any of that shit at all. With Vernari's healing mode, I believe, like, honestly, it's the best one just because it heals you. The defense one gives you, like, a little bit of armor, which is, like, if you're at a level where the Whip Claw is actually, like, even a required tool for you, then the defense mode's not going to be enough, and the attack mode is not going to be a difference when you're using the Whip Claw. So honestly, I think the healing mode is best just because it actually makes your number go up in any significant way. But mostly it doesn't matter. I just like how it looks the most with their cool earrings and stuff with this skin. This is the Tennogen skin on her, because I honestly really hate how she looks by default. Her default skins and helmets are kind of shit, honestly. And this one, it's like, doesn't look great. I don't love how Khora looks, but like, you can't argue with how good of a Warframe she is now with Azorus. As long as they don't change this, especially by the time Steel Path comes out, this really is like the de facto. You want to do damage, you bring this. It's like a Rubico shot in the range of like an Excalibur's 3. It really is crazy. So anyway, I'm gonna finish this mission here in a bit, but I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna get myself some more Kuva. As you can see, I'm soloing this also. Didn't even mention that. Definitely don't need any teammates for this shit. I could easily go like, I mean, honestly, as long as I can keep the enemies from attacking the thing, which is what my 4 is for. This really is like a cakewalk for Khora for any amount of time. So yeah, that's gonna be the Khora build. You know, support us on Patreon down in the comments. Leave a like. Comment below what your ideal Steel Path build is gonna be like. Is it going to be like this? Is it going to be Baruch or some other exalted frame? Because this works with like Excalibur, Wukong, Atlas. It really is absolutely insane. Let me know, and I'll see you guys when the Steel Path comes out. See y'all on the star chart.